right. So how's it going? So I'm just gonna continue some videos on my film journey here, my film camera journey. I know that's probably not the right way to wear this thing, but that's how I like to wear it because the strap kind of hurts my neck. I got some neck issues. Anyhow, so this is my Leica M4P. This is a film rangefinder. I just started shooting this back in, I want to say like July or so. And I've made a bunch of mistakes. It's been a long time since I've shot film. I never shot with a rangefinder before. I've been, usually with my digital cameras, I look through it. It looks exactly how it's, or pretty close to how it's gonna look. Yeah, it looks exactly how it's gonna look for the most part, right? I was just going through an old digital camera that was like a DSLR, and I did notice that it wasn't exactly the same looking through the viewfinder as it was through the lens on that particular camera. Anyhow, I made some mistakes. So the first mistake I made is when you look through this little rangefinder, there's a little rangefinder patch in there. If anybody's ever shot with these things, you know what I'm talking about, and you line the patch up. Well, there's little frame lines in here and the patch in here, and it's interesting because when you're looking through this, it frames real nice. I mean, I guess there's a reason people like that. You can kind of see around you in the frame lines when you're shooting. Anyhow, the problem is when I first got this camera is I took a whole bunch of pictures with the lens cap on because I wasn't used to looking through the lens. If there's a lens cap on my mirrorless camera, it's gonna be black and I gotta go take the lens cap off. So that's the first mistake. You gotta take the lens cap off. So if you get one of these, make sure right away so you don't, film's expensive, right? You're gonna spend 16 bucks on the roll, 25 bucks to develop it. Then you're gonna pay for prints. So it's an investment every time you shoot with this thing. So I would say it seems dumb. Okay, maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm just a dummy. But I had the lens cap on. The next thing that I did is if you get one of these cameras, is you need to be able to load the film. And I had used a camera that had batteries. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wreck the roll that's in there. Anyways, I'll start doing this a little bit. Anyways, I'd used a camera that had batteries, and you could, it's a little bit different. So the bottom of this camera, this whole bottom plate pops off, and then this thing opens up, and there's a right way and definitely a wrong way to load the camera, and I did it the wrong way. So I will eventually make a video on how to load this camera for anybody that's just getting into this and picking one of these up. Yeah, so I loaded it wrong, shot an entire roll. I mean, I went on had some great pics, I thought. I was really looking forward to getting the film developed, and the film never caught, and I was just out pretending, basically. It was really disappointing. It was actually soul crushing, to be quite honest. Then another time, I had a roll in there I had some really good shots in there. And I was at a festival, okay? I'm gonna admit there was some very serious user error here. I was at an Oktoberfest festival and I maybe knocked back a few IPAs too many, and I was excited to put another roll in there, and I popped this can off, I popped this lid off, probably call it the can, popped this lid off, and I hadn't rolled the film up. So a bunch of that film got exposed. I shut it really fast. There was some interesting looks. I'll probably share what that looks like on here. And some of the film got burned, right? And some of it got destroyed. So that was another soul-crushing lesson that I learned. So I don't want you to. So take your time. Make sure you roll you wind your film up and it's ready to go before you pop this lid off of it. And the other thing is I think just learning and experience. I have this this M4P does not have a light meter in it, so I bought an external one. There's a technique with these cameras called Sunny 16, which I initially used. I use the light meter. The interesting thing about this is when you look through this rangefinder, it's really just looking through a lens. I mean, it's like Mickey Mouse. It's like an old viewfinder. I mean, it really seems if you haven't used one of these, it's really interesting because you're just looking through it. It's like a piece of glass, like a toy almost, but it's definitely not a toy. Anyhow, What I didn't do was I didn't compensate the exposure for contrasting light. So the light meter is, and this might just be general photography. Maybe, I never took any serious photography classes. I was more of a video guy. I'm more of a video guy. I'm learning this whole photography thing. What I didn't do on a lot of the pictures, one, I'm learning about bracketing because you don't know how these are going to come out till you've paid for it. And then I'm learning that now I need to compensate for if there's like my subject somewhat in the shadow and there's light behind them, this light meter is going to expose for that brighter light, and I need to compensate the exposure and probably bump it up, maybe blow that out a little bit so that my subject isn't completely just in the dark. So those are the big four mistakes that I made with this. I shot with the lens cover on. Didn't load the film correctly, didn't remove the film correctly, and I'm learning how to expose. And I think that's experience and learning with your camera. But I will tell you, I'm having a lot of fun. It definitely slows everything down. People trip out on you and they think this is a toy. They have no idea that it's not. It looks funny. It's fun. It's fun to take pictures of this. So I'm really enjoying this. So that's it. I'll have another video coming out with all the stuff I ratcheted onto this thing, which has made the process fun as well. Anyways, hope that helps you if you're just getting started with this. Hope you don't make some of the dumb mistakes that I did. Hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're smarter than I am. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Take care.